On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Spectrum.
An ordered array of colors into which a light beam can be split.
Examples:
A broad spectrum of opinion. Infrared spectrum. This device displayed the speech spectrum spectrographically.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Broadcast.
To send out a program or some information on radio or television.
Examples:
Broadcast a concert. Broadcast a radio ad. Most of the programs are broadcast in this area.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Jovian.
Relating to Jupiter or its characteristics.
Examples:
Jovian satellites. Jovian planet. The Jovian moon Europa is believed to have an ocean beneath its icy surface.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Interference.
The act or process of getting involved in and trying to influence a specific situation. The state of being affected and influenced with.
Examples:
Officious interference. Interference wave. Unfortunately, the radio interference made it difficult to hear the broadcast.
Rout.
A disorderly retreat or defeat of an army or group, a decisive defeat.
Examples:
Route march. Cricket team's rout. The football team suffered a humiliating rout in the championship game.
Satellite.
An electronic device that is sent up into space and moves around the Earth or another planet, used for gathering information or communicating by radio, television, etc.
Examples:
A GPS satellite. A meteorological satellite. Launching an artificial satellite contributed to the technological development of our country.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Emit.
To give off or send out something such as light, heat, sound, gas, etc.
Examples:
Emit a gamma ray. Emit air pollution. During the unloading, the container box emits a clicking sound.
Electromagnetic.
Of or relating to the magnetism produced by electric charge in motion.
Examples:
Electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic properties. His hypothesis concerns the role of an electromagnetic field in human health.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Wavelength.
The distance between 2 points in the same phase in consecutive cycles of a wave.
Examples:
Wavelength of light. Long wavelength laser. White color is made up of many different wavelengths of light.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Expend.
To use or spend time, money, energy, etc.
Examples:
Expend a great deal of energy. Expend time and resources. Billionaires tend to expend private funds on a public undertaking.
Battery.
A device that is placed inside a car, gadget, equipment, etc., and that provides electrical power to them.
Examples:
A dry battery. Battery charging. The engine did not start because the battery was flat.
Amplitude.
The extent or magnitude of something, the volume or intensity of a sound wave or signal.
Examples:
Muscle amplitude. High amplitude. The amplitude of the sound waves determines the volume of the music.
Relay.
To receive and pass something, such as information or a message, from one person or group to another, to broadcast something on television, radio, etc.
Examples:
Relay a scene. Relay a request. Please relay the news to the world.
Recipient.
A person who receives something.
Examples:
A recipient of a Nobel Prize. A recipient of a lung transplant. When performing an organ transplant, it is necessary to test for compatibility between the donor and recipient.
Assign.
To give a specific job or piece of work to a someone.
Examples:
Assign projects. Assign top priority. Please assign a different color to each other kind of item.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Interfere.
To get involved in and prevent a process or activity from continuing.
Examples:
Interfere in another country's affairs. Interfere with DNA synthesis. Your talking interferes with my work.
Advent.
The arrival or beginning of something, the coming of Jesus Christ at his birth.
Examples:
Advent calendar. Celebrate the advent of spring. The advent of the internet has dramatically changed the way we communicate.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Overtime.
Time worked beyond the regular or agreed upon hours of work, often resulting in additional pay or compensation for the employee.
Examples:
Overtime hours. Overtime work. The company's policy on overtime states that employees will be compensated for any additional hours worked.
Blast.
Explosion, or a strong current of air, usually caused by an explosion, a sudden, thunderous noise.
Examples:
A blast of wind. An icy blast. The blast shattered the laboratory equipment.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
Drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Jam.
A situation in which something becomes stuck because of a dense crowd of people, vehicles, etc., a preserve of crushed fruit.
Examples:
A traffic jam. A jar of jam. The shredder in the print room often has paper jams.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Electronics.
The branch of physics and technology that deals with the behavior and control of electrons and the use of electronic devices and systems.
Examples:
Electronics industry. Electronics store. The company specializes in manufacturing and selling cutting-edge electronics.
Rogue.
A deceitful and unreliable person, a person who behaves badly.
Examples:
A rogue detective. Rogue state. The president states emphatically that the opponent country is a rogue state that supports terrorism.
Choppy.
Having a rough, uneven, or irregular motion or flow, characterized by short or sudden movements or changes in direction.
Examples:
Choppy market conditions. Choppy haircut. The choppy waters made it difficult for the fisherman to navigate his boat safely.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel. Bandwidth. The amount of data that can be transmitted or processed at one time, often used to describe the capacity of electronic communication or computing systems.
Examples:
Bandwidth allocation. Increase bandwidth. I don't have the bandwidth to take on any new projects, as I'm already working on multiple assignments.
Provider.
A person or an organization that supplies somebody with something needed or wanted.
Examples:
An information provider. The provider of the family. People select internet providers not only in terms of price, but also in terms of transmission speed.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Vicious.
Having or showing a desire to cause harm to others, having the nature of vice.
Examples:
Vicious attack. Vicious deflationary spiral. The vicious dog barked and growled at anyone who came near its territory. Blot. To soak up a liquid by using a piece of cloth, paper, etc., to make a spot or spots onto paper.
Examples:
Blot my eyes. Blot anything out of existence. She tried to blot out the unpleasant memory with alcohol.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration. Cosmos. Another name for the universe, mainly used when it is thought of as an ordered system.
Examples:
Exploration of cosmos. Origin of the cosmos. Supercomputers enable scientists to create computational models of the cosmos. Telescope. A device like a tube in shape containing lenses used to magnify and observe distant objects.
Examples:
A binocular telescope. Look through a telescope. This facility has the largest astronomical telescope in the country.
Astronomy.
The scientific study of objects and matter outside the Earth's atmosphere, especially the positions, motions, and evolution of celestial bodies.
Examples:
Astronomy science. A branch of astronomy. He had a deep passion for extragalactic astronomy and spent hours observing the night sky.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Supposedly.
According to what is generally assumed or believed without actually knowing for sure.
Examples:
Supposedly identical. Necklace supposedly made of pure gold. He is supposedly nominated for a Nobel Prize.
Cut off.
A point or level beyond which something will not be tolerated or allowed, the act of stopping or interrupting the supply of something.
Examples:
Cut off frequency. A cutoff point. The cutoff date for submitting applications was fast approaching.
Enforce.
To make sure that people obey a particular law, rule, or situation.
Examples:
Enforce the law. Enforce a contract. Governments make rules, and police enforce them.
Array.
A large group or collection of things or people, especially one that is impressive or attractive.
Examples:
A two-dimensional array. An array of troops. The customer on the internet has to choose one from a formidable array of products.
Nowhere.
Not in, at, or to any place, not anywhere.
Examples:
Nowhere else to go. Come out of nowhere. I've been thinking all day and getting nowhere.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Blanket.
A large piece of soft material used to cover or wrap a person or thing to keep them warm. Adjective, broad in scope or content.
Examples:
Blanket authority. Blanket scarf. The electric blanket keeps me warm on cold nights.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Uncover.
To remove the cover from something, to discover something previously unseen or hidden.
Examples:
Uncover a potential problem. Uncover the truth. He continued his investigation and soon uncovered another crime.
Galaxy.
An independent group of stars, interstellar gas, dark matter, etc., in the universe, bound together by gravity.
Examples:
Elliptic galaxy. A galaxy of famous actors. The Milky Way galaxy has numerous water-bearing planets.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples:
Blind to the beauties. Blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.